According to a recent survey by Junior Achievement USA and the All-State Foundation, more than 20% of teens are unsure about their ability to budget successfully, use credit cards, or invest money wisely.
Audra Stafford live in Mission Valley with a program that's working to change that for thousands of local students. Good morning, Audra.
Good morning. This is a fantastic program. I'm here at the Mission-Fed JA Finance Park, where students can get hands-on education in personal finance. So they learn all sorts of things, but first and foremost is how to budget. That's really important. And I have Neville with Mission-Fed, as well as Devon Jones. He's a student with Kearney High School, and you've actually been through this program. So what do people need to know first and foremost about budgeting?
Well, budgeting, you really have to plan what you're doing and really appreciate your parents, because what they do for you is amazing, and the stuff that they have to put aside for you and what they give up for us, it's like it'd be really thankful for them.
Yeah, you said that's one of the things you definitely learned, is how hard your mom works to make sure you've got food and clothes and snazzy bow ties like that one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And so, of course, budgeting, big part of it, but you also have other expenses. Some of the expenses might be continuing education. I have Alize Reyes. She's another student from Kearney High School. So what did you learn when you went through the program?
So I was a nursing assistant, and that they didn't make that much money, so I learned that the bills are a lot more expensive than I thought they would be, so I didn't have much money left over for myself, so I figured if I furthered my education, and I had student loans to pay, but it still would give me more money in the long run, so I decided to pay for that as I was paying throughout all my bills.
What do you think of this program? Because this is really kind of throwing you out there in the real world to learn about this stuff.
Yeah. It was really eye-opening because, I mean, as a teenager, you don't really think about, like, all the bills that your parents are paying for you, because you just, like, go out with your friends and do whatever you want. You don't really think about the money being spent. So it was really eye-opening to have to do it, like, on my own with my own salary.
So are you helping mom and dad out a little bit more now?
Yeah, I am.
Yes and no. It's okay to still be a kid. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring you over here now, because another expense that most of us have, especially living in San Diego, is having to have a car, buying a car, and that can be very expensive. I have Kaimani, and he is another student at Kearney High School. So what did you learn about buying a car?
Something I learned about buying a car is that it is extremely expensive. And me being me, I just made it so that I bought the most expensive car that I saw, because I like expensive things. Not turned out to be a good choice because of how expensive it was to pay for gas and maintenance and everything like that.
Yeah, so did it make you want to maybe rethink that next time you go to buy a car for real?
No.
No?
Always going to buy the most expensive car.
Buy what you can afford. All right. Well, thank you so much. And then, of course, want to come over here, because another thing that some of the students didn't count on is that they might have to pay for childcare, right, Jennifer?
Right.
And so what happened when you tried to pawn your kids off on your grandparents?
Well, people have jobs and they can't always be there for you, so I had to pay a little. Well, it was really expensive. I had to pay for the childcare, and even though I didn't want to, I had to, because it's a necessity that you need for your children.
Absolutely. So good to learn that now so that you can plan ahead. I want to bring you into, you're with Junior Achievement, of course. And so why is this program so important, and what does it take to make it happen?
Well, this program is so important because, as you learned here, it's teaching our children and our young adults how to be adults and how to budget and have personal finances and be able to have child care and buy your expensive car. Junior Achievement is a really unique program. We're a nonprofit, and we are solely dependent on volunteers and financial support from the community. All of these programs run with volunteers. So today in Finance Park, there will be probably 6 to 8 adult volunteers here to help. So if there's anyone out there in the community that wants to volunteer with us, we could use your support. And then, of course, all these shops are sponsored by local businesses, and we have a few open shops. So if anyone's interested in owning the grocery store shop or the clothing store shop, we'd love to talk to you, so anyone can give me a call.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So you can see it's really quite a program. And the great thing, too, is that if you want to go through this, because let's face it, probably most of us could use some of this advice as well, they actually do some programs on the weekend that adults can take part in. You can go to jasandiego.org and get lots more information on volunteering, on the weekend programs, and, of course, the finance park. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, there are so many expenses you don't think about until you become an adult and you're on your own. You realize, wow, just breathing seems to cost money. But Audra, great program. Thank you.
Exactly. So learn about it now and help you out
Hopefully
for later.
it'll be easier down the line. Agreed.
Hey, I don't know how your teens are with money, but we're talking about kids managing money.
Terrible.
And mine, they have no idea the concept of a card or what that means. So first up, we're going to show you nearly half of all teens don't know how to create a simple budget.
Audra Stafford is live in Mission Valley with the new collaboration that aims to change that for thousands of San Diego Unified students. Audra, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, this is the perfect place to bring your kids, Linda, because they are teaching students firsthand, hands-on, how to make those budgets, how to manage their money, things that some kids don't get at home, and they certainly are not getting in most schools. So San Diego Unified actually up with a JA Finance Park by Mission Fed, and this is it. This is where it all begins in the Career Center here, and they're teaching this, and San Diego Unified, as I mentioned, partnered with them so that they can bring all of their 10th graders here to learn, and it begins in the Career Center, and I have Valerie with the JA Finance Park to explain us how this works.
Well, the Career Center is really a tool for our students and our educators to use to find resources about credit, debit, saving, budget plans, but it's really to help our students see career opportunities here in San Diego. All of our jobs are tied to local San Diego businesses, so it's an excellent opportunity for businesses to connect with their future employees.
Yeah, and so it's all touch screen.
Everything is high-tech, high-touch. We understand students want technology, so they utilize tablets to do all of their work, and they do all of their research utilizing the Career Center.
Really cool. And I have Candace here, and she is one of the teachers over at Kearney High School, and you recently brought a group of students through here. And what's the response been?
Well, the kids are just really excited about everything that they're learning. So first on campus, they learn about their strengths, their interests, their values, and how to transfer that into careers. Then they go online, pick a career in the JA's Career Center, and then come here and really get that budget and that whole feel of having a family in their simulation of the circle of life.
And we have two of those students here who have already been through the program, Kaimani and Alize, both with Kearney High School, 10th graders. So what did you think of the program?
I thought the program was a really good learning experience because I always see videos about how people are talking and complaining about how schools don't teach taxes and stuff, and this is a really good opportunity to learn about stuff like that.
Yeah, and how about for you? Did you learn a lot going through this program?
Yes, because like I said before, if you have a low salary, you probably want to think of a way that you can get a higher salary, so whether it's furthering your education or finding a different job, because our bills are really expensive, and they really opened our eyes to see how we had to pay things.
Yeah, you're in 10th grade, so you're not quite off to. Do you feel like it was too soon to be learning about this, or do you wish you'd already started years ago?
I don't really feel like you can have it too soon for learning about stuff like this because it's something that you're going to use in life a lot, and it's really important to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it all begins, of course, with making a budget. So after you've figured out what your career and your salary are going to be, you have to learn how to budget that money, and that's sometimes easier said than done. Luckily, they do have experts to help you learn all about that, like the folks from Mission Fed. This is Neville. So what is sort of the basic first thing that you teach everyone when they come through here?
I think the most important thing is delayed gratification. If you know the difference between needs and wants, and you make sure you don't, those of us that can delay our gratification, it's a lifetime study, and we're 7 times more likely to go to college if we can do that.
Wow, very important. So balancing those needs and wants. Did you learn a lot about that, Devon?
I did, because, so when, I forgot. No, I'm just kidding.
You learned, though, a lot about how hard your parents work.
Excuse me?
You learned a lot about how hard your parents work, though, to make sure that you can afford everything that you need.
Yes, ma'am. So for me, when I went through the simulation, I wanted to buy 2 cars, but I learned that I couldn't do that because I wasn't a very good budgeter. So then I quickly had to, I had to buy a bus pass for me to take, and then the wife that I had in the simulation, she would take the car to work. So It would save us money.
Learning how to balance those needs and wants, definitely. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning. Really is a great program. Again, they've partnered with San Diego Unified, but they also partner with several other school districts in the county to make sure that everybody's getting that hands-on finance education that we all could learn a little something from. You can go to jasandiego.org to find out lots more about the program. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Audra. And listen, it's all about San Diego Beer Week, but it's not just